welcome back to Astrobot. So we finally got like one more main stage in this galaxy, and it's bubbling
under. This is
Bubbling.
this is one of the largest underwater stages.
It feels it's more open.
Yeah, it's very open underwater stage. I'm reminded of bubbling galaxy, bubbling kingdom in Mario Odyssey.
Okay. Was that the one where Unagi?
There was Unagis in it, yeah. But it was very open. It was very exploratory.
You saying about all Odyssey's worlds?
To be fair, yeah, that is essentially all of Odyssey. But like, I reminded of that one specifically because that was almost exclusively underwater.
Yeah, just like this one.
Yeah.
Until we get to like a certain part of the stage, that's when it gets really open.
Yeah.
Here you are swimming in an ocean forever.
Surprised he's water resistant though.
That's also just Echo the Dolphin. Now that I'm thinking about it.
You ever played the Dreamcast version? Ooh,
He did, and it sucked.
That game makes you sick.
That game makes me tired
Oh, really?
because I am bored.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so
game
we got our
is
boost. It's a penguin.
Oh, cool.
It's boring for what's essentially a reimagining of the first game. Because once again, it's aliens.
Yeah, because you get kidnapped by aliens or something,
Yeah.
right?
Well, no, it's just aliens are like, I don't remember. Like, it's some sort of ancient civilization, and aliens are a part of it. I don't remember because I don't care. To me, the only good Echo game is Tides of Time.
yeah, John only likes dolphins when they're in his tuna.
I don't like tuna.
He doesn't like tuna.
Yeah, you can't even say that. I
Okay,
don't
yeah,
like
you
tuna.
can't even say that.
I like tuna.
Oh, so,
Okay,
you're the one that's wrong.
Okay. Let me.
I like sushi tuna. I don't like tuna fish from the can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let me clarify. I hate tuna fish in a can. I think it's gross.
I think it smells terrible.
Yes.
I've done tuna steaks.
Yeah. Like raw tuna, like made in a steak or prepared in a different way, I fuck with. I think it's just fine. But tuna fish in a can, no.
I don't
Absolutely.
mind it.
You say that, but most of the time, I never see anyone actually eat it raw from the can.
yeah.
They always put mayonnaise in it or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
you're supposed to.
it makes it taste better.
Which means you admit that it itself
It's not
tastes
good
terrible.
on its own.
You need to add something to it.
And
What's wrong with that?
Well, yeah, I
means
don't.
You don't eat.
I think it's.
hold
I
on, hold on,
think
to
it's
answer- hold on.
I think it's disingenuous to say you like tuna fish in a
Okay.
can.
Okay. So the next time I
No.
see you eat a piece of chicken, I don't expect any seasonings on that bitch.
Yeah, I don't think that that's really the same thing. Because
Yeah,
if
adding
you
seasonings or
if you
ingredients
say you like
also do good
ramen,
shit.
you don't make ramen. You don't boil ramen in the water and
Yeah,
then
that's just
eat
chicken
plain
broth.
noodles.
I want to.
Yeah, it's
I
just
want
chicken
to.
broth.
I want to clarify. Everyone knows I'm being facetious, right?
yeah.
No, I
Absolutely not. I'll see you in Reddit, asshole.
Because some people do genuinely think that. They think that if you have to alter something, that it's not the same thing. It's like the people that get all upset because you put something on your steak.
I think if you're gonna hype the fuck out of something, no, it's important to clarify. You should add that asterisk with this specifically.
Steak, I'm
I
kind
think-
of two-faced with because, don't get me wrong, I personally agree. You make your own marinade, you make it right. It is the best thing you could do.
Right.
But I will also sadly admit on occasion, every once in a blue, I fucked up. I'll miss my timing, or I'll like it's a Yu-Gi-Oh effect. I set it on the wrong thing, and all of a sudden I got a well-done steak, and it's like, well, I burned the shit out of this, but I'll also spend money on it. Fuck it, give me the A1. I'll try to salvage this.
John,
Essentially.
Matt played Stakes of Revealing Light.
No, but
He had to cook it for 3 turns.
yeah, to me, to counter argue the other examples you brought, typically you mentioned chicken, you mentioned steak.
Uh-huh.
A good, like, if you cook a chicken perfectly, if you cook a steak right, you don't need to add anything to me for that to,
Well,
for it
and
to
then-
come out good.
And to be fair, that does highlight the other difference.
Well, that's just
there, is that
basically
they have to be
edible. That's
cooked.
not exactly. I would say that just makes it edible rather than good.
No, I
I'm
would
talking about
argue
good.
it makes it good. You know,
No,
because
yeah,
like,
gotta be
I've had a steak prep with nothing on it, and I thought it
Yeah,
tastes just fine.
if you go to an actual steakhouse, like
Yeah.
a real Texas Roadhouse kind of place or something,
Yeah.
those places don't put anything on your steak.
Yeah.
And the way they cook it, it comes out perfect.
Yeah.
And you don't have. I
Which
love
doesn't say
salt.
it doesn't mean you don't have to.
Yeah,
it doesn't
you
mean
can.
You can.
I love salt on my steak, and
Yeah.
I've been to steakhouses where I don't
Salt,
even
rosemary.
pretend
Oh, yeah.
to put salt on there.
Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
simple
yeah.
with salt and rosemary.
Yeah.
Try thyme. Thyme on your steak is fire.
As long as I don't use
Sorry,
too much
now I'm
of it,
getting
then I'm
hungry.
gonna lose. Then it's gonna go bad.
Wasn't that a show?
What?
Rosemary and Thyme.
Shit.
Was it?
I
I'm
don't
pretty sure it
recall.
was a
Yeah.
show. I don't know.
By Richard Scarry.
Richard Terry.
the busy
The
kitchen.
busy. Yeah, I don't like tuna fish like that. Which is where this whole arc bit
Yeah.
from.
No, I don't like it either.
Yeah.
That's fine, but like I said, if you whatever you sometimes with shit like that, you can add something and it really
Yeah,
won't make
yeah.
it pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I completely understand.
I love corn, and a lot of people say they like corn, not the band. But most people, I would say, don't eat like corn out of a can. Or like
I'm
just,
not against it though.
I
because-
love it. I'll
Yeah.
get a can of corn, or I'll get like the bag.
I do
and
that
I'll
with
put it in the
fruit.
microwave, and then
Yeah.
I'll just pour it in a bowl and
Oh,
eat
I
it.
used to before.
I do that with
so
fruit,
before-
like peaches and shit. I'll do that with that.
I used to do that with like the Dole pineapple in a can. Normally the
Yeah.
stuff that you use for like when you're basting a ham or a turkey.
I think fruit's a bit different
things.
though.
Yeah.
I think fruit is intended. You don't. You get a pineapple or you get an apple or something.
Yeah.
You're intended to eat that. Most of the time, with like potatoes, you have to cook. But like corn, for instance, you can have corn
Oh.
on the cob, but no.
I thought you died
I
again.
feel like people don't usually do that. Corn is usually an ingredient in something,
Or
like
a
green
side,
beans.
or a
like,
side, a
like
side.
I don't know anybody that's ever bought a can of green beans and then eaten it.
Like from the
Magic?
can?
Yeah, like
straight
from the can.
No, see,
I've
I
done it
don't-
with peas and carrots.
Yeah.
I used to love
No,
peas
I
and
can't- I
carrots when
can't.
I was a kid. Yeah, we was always
Fucking
together.
Lost me at peas.
Also, that's a Monster Hunter.
All right. You lost. You don't like peas?
I don't like peas. Don't
Really?
Like peas. Don't like peas.
Why
See,
don't you like
he-
peas?
Because I think peas have a really weird texture.
They're
to
mushy.
them. They're
See,
mushy.
here's the
They're
thing
mushy.
with so here's the thing with me then. I don't like peas. I don't like corn. I like peas and corn though when they're together and there's melted butter.
I mean, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Again, the melted butter probably does a lot of the legwork
sometimes
for you.
sometimes there's only
fat.
things you can enjoy when it's combined with something
right.
that you like that enhances it, or
Yeah.
at least makes it better than the sum of its parts. And
So
I
yeah,
think,
in that regard, you wouldn't say you're a fan of corn.
Yeah.
You just like it when it's in other things.
yeah.
or you like different bands.
I'm that way with cheese. I can't just eat a piece of cheese. But you give me a pizza with triple cheese, and I'm all in it.
Pussy.
I don't know. I think one of the things I like to get every once in a while I'm going to the grocer is like the cheddar sticks. Like the
Like the string cheese,
cheese,
and
that
yeah.
sort of thing, yeah.
Do you get the baby bells?
not baby bells.
The little
the little circle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I used to
with
I
the
get those every
with the
once
pretty
in a while.
lady in the
With
commercials.
Well, it's a cow.
It is a cow.
Yeah.
No, baby bell.
Yeah, cow.
No, we might be thinking of something else. Then.
No, Vanessa Vaintrub, I
Who
think
the
was her name.
That's
Ooh.
I'm not familiar.
She's a voice actor. She was in she's the voice of Squirrel Girl. Wasn't that her? That was literally from the AT&T. That was AT&T.
Holy shit.
No.
Which
Hold
is
on.
not
Hold on.
cheese.
I'll get a
That's
picture of
what
it. There was the Baby Bell cheese. She was the cheese lady. Baby Bell
Octodad.
cheese.
Octopops.
Nobody suspects a thing. Octodad.
I'm still kind of hung up that you
Octodad.
confuse AT&T and cheese.
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious as to what you're talking about because
Yeah, there was an advertising campaign where it was the woman would do Baby Bell cheese, and but that's what it was. It was like the pretty lady would have the cheese in the.
because I'm thinking with the circular cheese though. If we're thinking about the same thing, I know normally associate a
I'm pretty
cow
sure it's
being.
baby. Yeah, usually with the baby bell.
This is the lady.
Who is that?
I don't know who that
Yeah,
is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no
Let me-
fucking
let
I
me
was
find
clue.
it.
expecting a product image. You just gave me a. You just gave
No,
me.
because
a
I was a
person.
woman.
You
Because
just
I
gave
was
me a person.
You just gave me.
no, because
woman.
I was talking about the lady. Do I need to show you a picture of Baby Bell cheese?
We know
show-
what the baby bell cheese is.
Show it to me anyway, so we can put it on the screen. AT&T to be safe. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Normally,
We've never-
I see
there
an
was-
image
we
of-
see a cow.
I see an image of a cow with a representation.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're back in like the late aughts. There was
Yeah.
an ad campaign, and it was a lady, and she would
Yeah.
have she was like the Baby Bell cheese lady. But the reason I said AT&T is because she reminded me of the Lily from the AT&T commercials. That's it's like Vanessa Vaintrub or something. I forget what her last name is. She is the voice of Squirrel Girl in Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals, okay.
This has to be like our most unfocused playthrough ever.
To be fair, like we're kind of strained between PlayStation cameos and just going into our experiences with different games. If we want to go back into that realm, like, but the problem is I don't play Monster Hunter.
Neither do I.
And when someone asked me, "Do you ever play Monster Hunter?" I was like, "I played Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker," because that had Monster Hunter stuff in it.
It did. That counts.
See, and that and
That's like saying that's like
where
saying
we
I
are.
played Ape Escape because I did the Solid Snake, the Metal
Yeah,
Gear
Metal
Solid
Gear
stuff.
Solid, yeah.
But that comes back to like the Smash Bros, where
Yeah.
people like you made the joke about Marvel vs. Capcom before. It's like, oh, that's Joe from Marvel vs. Capcom,
and, I have-
and that's what people know some of these characters.
I
from.
have played Octodad. I did a review on it years ago.
I think Octodad. I mean, I appreciate the joke, but for me, it's like you said in your review. It's good depending on how long the joke and the humor sustains.
Yeah, exactly.
And for me, I feel like the joke ran out a little quicker than it did.
I think it helps though in Octodad's defense. That game is short. Like it's barely 2 hours long. If off the top of my head, it's been a year since I've played it. But I understand like physics. It's an octopus.
It's Quap.
It's an octopus in a suit.
I think it's like Quap.
Quap?
It's a mobile base. Is it not mobile? It's
Not
like
mobile.
a little web browser game.
It's a browser game where you have to use the key WOP keys to move this runner.
Oh, like physics-based stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I Am Bread. Wasn't Bread like that?
I heard that
It-
it's
it-
iron
a little
bread.
bit, yeah.
Well, I Am Bread.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was called.
Yeah.
But that's what it was. You were like a slice of bread that was trying to crawl your way through the kitchen, but it was this weird, ridiculous physics-based engine for you to get
Yeah.
through. It's like silly,
And people
silly
say-
nonsense.
And people say gamers are creatively bankrupt. Like, clearly, like,
Nobody said gamers are creatively bankrupt.
The-
Everybody says gamers are morally
Morally
bankrupt.
bankrupt.
My apologies.
Or with the upcoming recession, actually bankrupt. I know I'll be.
I'm missing.
Upcoming.
I'm missing one more.
You're coming.
plot.
Ew.
No, you said upcoming.
Oh.
Like,
Where the hell's this last one?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to remember.
Honestly, at
but
this
you've
point-
got the bird with you.
no. That's a
That's
different
a
bird.
penguin.
That's a penguin.
Oh, is that not a bird? Is
That's
a
a
penguin. Is a
penguin.
penguin not a bird?
Are we getting
No,
into
it's
this?
not.
Let's ask Mr. Cobblepot.
What is penguins classified as?
Penguins are not mammals.
But are they
Penguins are birds.
Are they birds?
Yes, they're birds that can't fly.
They're just flightless
yeah.
birds. Yeah, but they're birds all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avians.
I don't believe you.
You call a dodo a bird,
Call an ostrich a bird.
but dodos can't fly, and neither can ostriches.
Neither can I.
Ostriches can't fly.
No, are they classified as birds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are flightless birds in the world. They have penguins.
They have feathers. They
ostriches.
lay eggs,
Oh, there it is.
They have beaks. They have tuxes.
and they taste
Oh,
delicious.
God.
But then again, everything I'm saying could also be said of the Batman villain.
No, because penguin can ride an airplane. That cheese flight
And an umbrella,
and an umbrella. Yeah.
according to this documentary I saw by Tim Burton.
Did you lose it?
No.
I don't know that
No, I just
documentary
don't know
also
where it
told
is.
me that penguins can also fuck cats. So not exactly sure on the.
Oh God! He came out of nowhere. We should swap insurance info.
Was that the other guys?
Huh? What? Swapping insurance info? That's an old joke.
That's also
just
just
in
standard.
general.
That's also just standard practice if you
Yeah.
get into a collision with someone.
Fuck.
I mean, I know. I also know from The Simpsons. That who the heck crashed into him? Was it Wiggum? Wiggum crashed into him. He's like, "Wait, we gotta swap insurance info."
Oh, God damn it.
That's pretty good, Wiggum.
All right, hold on.
Wiggum.
He wants to spec from the back.
Let 'em go, boys. Guy going that fast has no time for it.
I'm in pursuit of a blue car.
Fuck!
Oh, Super Nintendo Chalmers. How you doing?
Subject is hatless. I repeat, hatless.
Okay.
I am proceeding on foot. Calling a code 4.
We need pretzels. Repeat, pretzels. This tongue is
Oh my
hanging out
God.
as it's running towards us.
I'm gonna. Oh, God damn it. I'm gonna shit.
You're gonna shit your ass.
Well, wait until the playthrough's over before you shut.
Just do it in the water and then swim away really
Oh
fast.
God, no.
There we go. All right, we got everything.
Is that everything? You got all puzzle pieces?
All puzzle pieces and bots.
Oh, let's get the fuck out of here.
Every bot, every jiggy.
I am reminded of what the fuck was the name of the water level in DK64?
Gloomy Galleon.
Was it Gloomy Galleon?
Gloomy Galleon was the water level.
It was particular because one of the bots that were like on an isolated island reminded me of one of the collectibles you get in that stage too. It's almost exactly like that.
I hated Gloomy Galleon.
Gloomy Galleon sucks dick.
It's just boring.
Yeah, it's a visual bore.
It's a visual bore, and the levels are
and
bore.
it's too fucking big.
Oh, no, you can
This
say that
is
about a lot of
DK64?
DK64 levels.
DK64.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that what everybody says about a lot of DK64s?
Well,
that it's just too much?
64 is that there's too much shit to collect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's the
2E
big-
levels get rather big, starting from Pterodactyl land onward.
Yeah. Although to be fair, DK64, like one of the later stages, the castle. The fuck was it?
Creepy Castle.
Creepy Castle. Creepy Castle's great. Yeah, that is a greatly designed world.
So was the Toy World. So was the Fungus World. I could take or leave the Crystal
I did
Caves.
not like Fungus World because I think the warp points were incoherent. That was my only problem I had with Fungus World. Was I thought the warp points were very incoherent. That's literally it though. Everything else I'll agree with, but except that.
I hated. I didn't like the Crystal World, mainly because of that fucking beetle.
The Crystal Caves.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Only because of the beetle. I hate that fucking beetle race.
Okay, I think I'm understanding
okay,
it now.
yeah. Sorry, you just. I think I might have locked that memory away because I also did.
Oh no, I was just thinking of the jetpack here.
Oh, that's
I
also
kept
something
wondering.
you could-
I think
rooster booster.
you had it before, yeah, and I couldn't figure out why they would go with a chicken, and then I thought, oh, cock it.
yeah.
It's like a rocket. Oh, fucker.
Do you have a cockatoo in your pocket?
There's a cocket in my pocket.
Or as they call it in Sunshine, the boost nut, the rocket nozzle.
Boost nut. I like that one better.
I almost said boost knuckle.
Oh, I thought you said boost nut.
Yeah, I thought you were just
Like,
going to
wait,
say
that's
boost,
awesome.
and I wish you just left it at that. It was like, he's not going to clarify what he meant by that.
There we are.
Oh.
Captain Rock. I miss Motor Tunes.
Grand Prix 2!
Gran
what a-
Turismo.
I miss
Yeah,
Motor.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I love that.
It was Gran Turismo for Gran Turismo.
It was also so because it was
Was it really?
Same
yeah,
developer.
same devs.
Same devs.
Oh, okay, same day. It wasn't like the prototype of Gran Turismo
No.
or anything.
That'd be so.
That
That
would've
was
been
some way.
great.
It would be a way to give you like a learning idea of how to do it.
Well, it's funny because Motor Tune Grand Prix, well, at least the one we got, because the one we got was technically the second game.
We got the second game.
We never
in
got the
States,
first
yeah.
game. There is an
Did you
option.
know?
There is an option you can toggle that removes the tune physics from the racing
Oh,
element
okay.
of it, and it's essentially just Gran Turismo.
It's just a driving game.
it's just Gran Turismo. But I always that's one of my neat little tidbits that I like sharing with
Look,
people. Is like
the
devs started with Motor Tune before they went to Gran Turismo.
With today's online features, we could have Motor 2's Grand Prix as a remaster.
Dude, if they re-release Motor Tune Grand Prix, I can actually play online with folks because
Yeah.
Motor Tune, unfortunately, like Ridge Racer on the PlayStation, was one of those where you needed the system link in order to do
Yep.
multiplayer. And I get it. You want to simulate the arcade experience, but
It's a pain in the ass.
The arcade experience was playing with other people.
Yeah.
exactly.
There's so many
losing money-
racing games.
and getting your
Like,
quarters money.
Yeah.
what, you expect me to have friends?
There's like split screen guys. Jet Moto
you know
got
that-
this right.
I think it was because I think it's like a regional thing because for the long and to this day, Pokemon is still plagued by it. It's like you expect to have all these friends close by to you in Japan, so it's easy for you to trade with friends among other versions. In America, you gotta hope like how that person is going to rob you.
I'm sorry, did you say versions or virgins?
Version.
Same thing. both work.
You get Pokemon Blue Version and Red Version.
It's interesting though
what are
because
the other
I
versions?
from a cultural standpoint, when you think about Japan, you always think about like the sort of extreme work culture and whatnot. So realistically, I feel like single player games would still be the order of the day over there. Instead of oh well you're closer by, you've got more. Like no, but the work culture is so strong over there. I wonder if they would just say no, we're going to make more single player games.
I mean, nowadays, because we're so far removed from like the 90s and that sort of shit, and the need for system link and what have you. Like, I don't mind playing online, like with any sort of multiplayer experience.
Yeah.
It's just that for us specifically, as we do local co-op for everything, I prefer local co-op instead of having to rely on an online connection.
Speed bag is tongue box.
If we have no choice, specific games, and we have to do it like over a Discord call because we can't play it local, then it's whatever. But I greatly prefer a couch experience.
Yeah.
yeah,
That way you're. That
for
way if
us,
somebody
it works much
That
better.
way if somebody blows it, you can reach over and punch them in the face.
it was like they're right fucking there.
But I don't think it will be that bad to each other. I mean, me and Elliot didn't kill each other much during Resident Evil 5.
If-
Surprisingly.
if physical violence wasn't enacted after RE5, nothing can incite that. And I struggle to think of anything that even comes close. Although I'm privy to suggestions in the comments.
Seventh Saga.
I don't know what that is.
It's a classic RPG on the Super Nintendo, known for being infamously hard.
it
It's just fuck. It was just so many battles.
So many battles, so many hard battles.
No, but
And if you didn't get the guy who did Elixir at level 42, you were fucked.
is it co-op though?
No.
Okay, that's
not
right.
Yeah, he's talking specifically about co-op.
Okay.
I,
mean,
I thought you were talking about driving us to violence.
Oh,
no,
okay, no.
that would
Driving us
probably
to
end up-
violence by virtue of us wanting to kill each other because of stupid shit.
No, that was the
that-
Mario Brother Wii
Yeah, yeah.
playthroughs.
If we're gonna go back, if we want to go keep it on a Super Nintendo, that would probably be like Secret of Mana.
Oh yeah.
That was multiplayer.
That had multiplayer.
Yeah.
But the annoying aspect of multiplayer games back then was that if I was over here and you were over there, we couldn't move the screen.
Okay.
We all had to agree on. It wasn't split screen. We all
Crystal
had to agree on
Chronicles.
where we were going.
Crystal Chronicles.
Crystal
Crystal
Chronicles
Chronicles.
remaster. We
Yeah,
could do
I
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have to agree on where we're going.
Yeah, Crystal Chronicles. Somebody's got to carry the bucket. Two people got to focus for a higher tier magic spell. Oh, that's violence in the most best way possible. And we all have to grind our characters because we need the stats to survive. But that game is fun as shit, though.
It's kind of a reach, and it just kind of goes into the Monster Hunter. But there was a Final Fantasy game for the 3DS. It's called Final Fantasy Explorers.
Yeah.
Which is essentially just Final Fantasy Monster. I'd humor the idea of all four of us doing that. Which again, that's an online thing. I don't think there's local for that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Ow.
But
That looks painful.
I think that game is also pretty long. But if we're humoring the idea of Crystal Chronicles, because Crystal Chronicles at the end of the day is an RPG.
Yeah.
It's more of an action adventure kind of game, but it's also a long one because of the grinding you got to do for to build up your stats and your armors.
So I've heard.
And that kind of that ends up being like Monster Hunter would be really cool to have
my
us do the
God.
battles, but there's so much grinding that it's not really that game is hundreds and hundreds of hours.
But the thing is, though, also is that like between four of us,
Carlton?
He's doing the Carlton.
Yeah.
but I think between the four of us, though, that might be an easier time. Like
It requires a lot of off-screen game. For like
Yeah.
a Monster Hunter, at least, it requires a lot of off-screen time. I don't know about Crystal Chronicles.
Crystal Chronicles is one of those things where it's like each stage has like 3 different cycles once the mirror tree regenerates.
Yeah.
And throughout the cycles, the enemies will get stronger and stronger on those cycles. Coincidentally, if you choose to redo a weaker cycle and meet a different goal to get like points, you could also get like additional artifacts that'll help you out with that, which give you permanent stat buffs at the end of the level.
So we got Patapon.
Patapon is our cameo level for this one.
Yeah.
And this is essentially just a game of Patapon
Yeah.
on the PSP.
Which I've never actually seen.
I've not played Patapon.
Well, you're about to.
I mean, next time. Next time.
Oh,
you
wait.
will.
Puzzle,
wait,
puzzle,
wait,
puzzle,
wait,
puzzle,
wait,
puzzle,
wait,
puzzle,
piece-
puzzle,
piece of
puzzle.
shit. Got it. What do I win?
Bitch.
Actually, it's piece of puzzle.
All right, you want to call it a wrap here then?
Yeah, we'll call it a wrap here, and then next part we'll start with Patapon.
Patapon, and we'll start. I think we only have
We have one more
one
galaxy
more-
after this.
one
Yeah.
more world after this. We're almost done.
And the asteroids.
And whatever this size is, I think we're done with the asteroids.
For now.
Yeah.
Well, I was more specifically mentioning this galaxy.
But first, Patreon shoutouts.
All right. Now we got some more Patreon shoutouts from. Where do we start from again? Oh. Zets278, Shadow Nexa, Martini, Joel Tito Tuclo. I don't know how that is. Heather McKnight, Pablo Vallejo, Mr. Zarzis, Calloused Hearts, Virtual Man, Big Red Mix 716, Toaster Jason, and Uncle Azure.
Nice.
That's it.
That's it for now. Thank you guys for watching.
Smoothest one. The smoothest one for this session.
That was the easy. Yeah, like holy
Hey,
shit.
Matt, the easy names.
Yeah, everybody's got these weird ones, and Matt's got like Jeff.
All right, Jeff.
Jim. Steve. Bill.
Your word is zebra. Oh, that's easy. F. See you guys next time.